Hello all, welcome to the program Know Your Government by Ekam IAS, an initiative where a government scheme is picked upon, elaborated and is followed by a question which is in line with the UPSC pattern. Today we will look into a scheme which is known as Pradhan Mantri Vaya Vandana Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Vaya Vandana Yojana or Pmvvy. This is a program which is implemented by the Ministry of Finance. Now, this is basically a pension scheme wherein which with the key objective to provide social security during old age is the first objective of this one, and also to protect the elderly persons aged 60 years and above against a future fall in their interest income due to uncertain market conditions. There can be a scenario wherein which the investment which people are putting are getting fluctuated because of the market variations. So to avoid that and in the process continuously ensuring that a minimum return of assured pension of 8% or return linked to the subscription amount is something which is envisaged under this scheme. That is, whatever be the market conditions or the market fluctuations, an assured return of 8% of the investment would be what the people would be getting as part of their pensions with some subsequent clause. We will see that in detail. Now, this is a program which is being implemented by the Life Insurance Corporation of India. So, LICV is the implementing agency who is implementing this scheme. Now, pension is payable or pension or the old age people would have the benefit of getting the pension depending upon their choice. That is, either they can receive that on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, on a half yearly basis or on a yearly basis depending upon how they have chosen the time period during the initial purchase time, initial policy purchase time. Now, minimum purchase price under the scheme is close to rupees 1.5 lakhs. Previously, this much was not the amount, but with the recent amendments made by the government, the minimum purchase price is now rupees 1.5 lakhs and the maximum purchase price is close to rupees 15 lakhs. Then, the period of sale for the scheme has also been extended, or the scheme would now be operational till March 2020. Till March 2020 is when this scheme is going to be in operation. Now, what are all the benefits which the people are going to get or which the old age people are going to get? First one is regarding the pension payment. On survival of the pensioner during the policy term of 10 years. So, the first thing is that this, when somebody enrolls into this program, the span for which this policy is active for them is close to 10 years. So, in those periods, if the person has been surviving, they will get pension. That is, pension in arrears shall be payable. If that person has opted for a monthly pension, he will be getting pension on every month, whereas if that person has opted for a quarterly basis, he will be getting the pension on a frequency of every 3 months. So that pension payment is something which is the first benefit of this one. Second one is something which is the death benefit. Death benefit means on death of the pensioner during the policy of 10 years, that in case the pensioner has passed away, then the purchase price shall be refunded to the beneficiary. The purchase price would be refunded to the beneficiary is the second benefit. Third one is something which is known as the maturity benefit. Maturity benefit basically means on survival of the pensioner through the end of this policy term of 10 years. Suppose if a person is living for the full tenure of 10 years since he have entered into the scheme, purchase price along with the final pension installment shall be payable. So the complete purchase price will be repaid back to the pensioner. Now, what are all some of the eligibility criteria for somebody to be part of the scheme? The minimum entry age is 60 years. So, those people who have completed 60 years are the people who are eligible to be part of the scheme. For the maximum age limit or for the maximum entry, there is basically no age limit in this one. The policy term is for a period of 10 years. Then, minimum pension which a person is going to get is rupees 1000 per month, whereas the maximum pension which a person can get is close to rupees 10,000 per month. So, especially this scheme is going to be of help to people in case they are anticipating a sort of erratic income for them once they are getting older. So if they are investing early upon, they would clearly get close to rupees 10,000 per month depending upon the amount for which they have purchased the scheme. Then the scheme can be purchased by a payment of a lump sum purchase price. As we have already seen, there is a lump sum purchase price involved. If somebody is opting for an yearly pension, the minimum purchase price is something which is close to 1.44 lakhs. Then for the maximum purchase price is close to 14.45 lakhs. So at an average, the minimum purchase price would be something around 1.5 lakhs and for the maximum purchase price would be something around 15 lakhs. Then the modes of pension payment are monthly, quarterly, half yearly and yearly, and the pension payment will be made through NEFT mode or an Aadhaar enabled payment system. NEFT mode or through an Aadhaar enabled payment system is through which they are planning to give the pension to the beneficiaries. Now, this scheme has also got a loan facility. A loan facility in the sense, since they have entered into the scheme and after the completion of a period of minimum 3 years, if the pensioner is in need of some lump sum money instantaneously, then maximum of 75% of purchase price would be given as a loan back to the pensioner. That is, and the loan interest will be recovered from the pension amount as well. So understand two key aspects, that is the maximum loan that can be guaranteed shall be 75% of the purchase price and the interest will be recovered from the pension which the person is going to get. Another feature is something which is known as free look period. Free look period. If somebody is not satisfied, that is somebody who have joined is not satisfied with the policy. So through the online mode, if the purchase is being made, then they can give the entire amount would be given back to them within a period of 30 days. Whereas if the purchase is being made through an offline mode, the entire amount would be remitted back to them through a period of 15 days. Next one is something which is known as exclusion. That is, one key feature of this policy is that there shall be no exclusion on account of even suicide and the full purchase price shall be payable back. So there shall be no exclusion on account of suicide and the full purchase price will be paid back to the beneficiaries. Then the scheme also allows for something which is known as a premature exit. That is, in case wherein which for the treatment of any critical illness, either for the self or for the spouse of the pensioner who is enrolled in this program, close to 98% of the amount would be given back to them. So the element of premature exit is possible in this scheme. On death of the pensioner during the policy term of 10 years, the purchase price shall be paid back to the beneficiary, as we have already discussed. Now, the key objective of this policy is to ensuring a minimum return of 8% and in case there is a differential from that 8% value which is calculated by the LIC, the remaining amount would be given as subsidy by the government. Then the differential return, which is a difference between the return generated by LIC and the assured return of 8% per annum, that remaining cost would be borne by the government as a subsidy on an annual basis. So this program is something which the government is planning to make the life of senior citizens very easy, and in ensuring that they would have some form of sustainable income coming to them during their old ages. We will now see a question which is based on this. Consider the following statements on Pradhan Mantri Vaya Vandana Yojana. This is being implemented through Life Insurance Corporation of India. As we have seen, that statement is correct. So, the first statement is correct, which means we can eliminate option B and option D. We are left with one option A or option C. The second one is, there is a loan facility in the scheme which is available after completion of 2 policy years. It is not basically 2 policy years, as we have seen. The loan facility is available and that is available after the completion of minimum 3 policy years, which is making the second statement wrong. And the third statement is the minimum entry age into the scheme is 60 years. Minimum entry age is 60 years, as we have already seen, which is making the third statement as well as correct. So 1 and 3 is correct, which is giving us the answer as option C, 1 and 3. Thank you so much.